Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to my Let's Play modded Satisfactory episode 3. Last time we made it to tier 1, which got us through officially what the tutorial would be. So we got a couple factories going here, producing some of our basics. I've gathered a few resources. You notice my health bar, I'm down to only 3. I got stuck on a rock over there and I couldn't move at all, so I had to respawn, which kills you and basically drops all your equipment in a crate there and leaves you at 3 health. Now we do have some of these we can eat. We want to leave at least 1. We'll leave 5. And the way you eat basically is you hit the right key, put them in your hands. This is the equipment shortcuts I told you where the stuff that you need for the window you have open is. So if we eat some of these, and you can't hold the button down, you have to tap it each time. And there we go. We're healed all the way back up. Again, oops, we have to put our berry away. Berry away. We basically, I'm pretty sure I showed you how to make biomass, but I turned a bunch of wood and things into biomass. Filled up our generators, have our things going, and we were working on our first tier 1 technology, which was logistics, which I want the splitter. The reason is this is a normal node, so this puts out 120. No, this puts out 60. This can only use 30 per minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a splitter, split that out, and up it. So, but to do that, we have to complete what we need for, which I believe we have everything we need. So, that, and that, and that. So we need more plates, but that's easy enough. We probably have tons of stuff in here. Yep, see, tons of plates in that. We can build for days. Well, mostly. Okay, we're going to hit the big launch. What this does is it launches this pod.
Milestone reached.
Right there.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory.
Data off, and
we
then
encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation.
Yep.
The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
You done? Okay. But anyway, that flies off. And you'll see a timer up there in the upper right. I can't actually submit for enough. I can go ahead and get all the materials ready, but I can't actually send them out until that gets back. So let's go ahead and select our next milestone so we can start planning on what we're going to use. And the next one we're going to submit is base building, which will let us build the lookout tower, basic walls, and some ramps. Then we can start building a base proper. So we'll select that milestone, but we can't actually put stuff in until the pod returns. So let's go, while we're waiting for the pod return, let's go quickly gather some more resources. One of these days I'm going to remember where these things are. So we're probably going to build our base. Let's get to the top of this dune. You tend to want to build it higher than all the surrounding terrain and higher than the miners, so that you can have miners under your base camp in that. So, ooh, what's that over there? Do, 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 do. Might just be limestone. I don't know if I covered. You get random nodes of stuff that show up. Sometimes it's what, rather than veins. Sometimes it's stuff you already have. Like in this case, it's limestone. Other times it will be completely new stuff that either you've got to research uses for the stuff, which we don't have research capability yet, or it's stuff that you'll get normally from in the future from your normal researches. So let's repopulate some of these. Ooh, coal. We don't get coal for quite a while. I think this is the first time I found coal just sitting around. Looks like a lot of it too. This is a big vein of coal, almost a full stack. Anyway, let's go back to where we were heading, which was picking up resources. Assuming I can find them. There's a copper mine, but not our copper mine. Is this one the normal one? This is the normal one. Okay, let's search for copper. There it is. As we'll gather materials as we head there. That's not the right one either.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
So our thingy should be landing. Can we see it from here? I don't know that we can see it from here. It may have already landed. Probably did. Yep, already landed. Okay. Maybe that's the right one. I think that's the right one. And this is indeed the correct one. And now let's pick up our limestone, and that should give us enough resources to last a while. I assume that's the one we want. I don't think bushes grow back, so. We can't get some of the bushes around there because instead it's trying to do the node. You have to you can do it, but you have to basically line up so they're in the air, so that you highlight the bush and not okay. Okay, so we got our basics there, and I actually picked the wrong technology for what I wanted, but we haven't launched it yet, so. I'm hoping sooner or later that we'll see my trails that I'm making from harvesting all the green matter. Okay. I remember. I was going to try to get all the base stuff first. So we'll go ahead and continue with that strategy before I start getting the mod stuff. So we got that. So we need plates and rods. We got plates for days. Plates for days. Why are you not running? No power. Why do you have no power? You guys have power. I must have screwed something up here. So that's the power from here. Oh, I never... Bleh. Looks like the issue is I never connected these guys to power. Well, that's... they don't work very well if you don't do that. So I think what we're going to do here, steal you. And craft what we need for these last few. So we need 62, right? Or 38. We need 38. Okay. So we'll make those. We'll get that started, and then we'll craft up the rest of this stuff in here. Okay, so we have that ready to go. It was the place that we needed.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
Okay. So the next milestone, we could do field research or and that. Let's go ahead and do field research. That gets our researching up. No, that takes that. That we can do right now. Let's do basic farming. We'll have to wait for our thing to get back. Did I leave enough room for a splitter between here and there? I bet I didn't. No, I didn't. No, maybe I did. This one we definitely didn't. So we're probably going to have to tear that down, and you can't just rotate these machines. You have to tear them down and rebuild them. And these things are a pain to move if you don't have lots of inventory. There's our pod coming into land. One thing I really have to say about this game is that the graphics on it are beautiful. I love this design. I mean, look at those trees in the distance and the hills. And look at this waterfall. I mean, isn't that just simply gorgeous? And of course, the closer you get, the more gorgeous it looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and do basic farmer quick while we're waiting for that. Okay. And the timer on that is 2 minutes, so that shouldn't be too bad. Let's see how we're doing. We should hopefully have enough parts to do what I want to do. Maybe. Okay, we're going to have to break all this stuff down so I can rebuild it the way it should be rebuilt. We'll have to leave the container for the moment. And we'll leave that. So let's see. So the first thing we're going to want here is the splitter. So we'll put down a splitter. And then let's make sure we can get our belt from here to there. Which we can't. That's why you test before you build everything. Normally it gives you a line that helps you. Maybe I'm just not adjusting it enough. Oops, logistics. There's the line. Okay. That's the line. That looks like where I had it before. Really? Well, that works, so I'll live with it. Oh, it was in line with that, not with that. Okay. Now I understand. That's why you want to build the grid, because then everything snaps to the grid. It's much easier. And we want production. We want our miner. No, we don't want a miner. Whoops. We want a smelter. And that probably took down all our... Well, no, it shouldn't have taken down all our power. Okay. Then we want a constructor. I don't know what the constructor is going to fit in here. Nope, constructor's not going to fit. We're going to have to do something about him. And all his plates. Actually, what we'll do, we'll go over here. Let's get our belt going. And let's build another smelter. Now, will that line up? Yes, it will. And let's build a constructor. Oh, I don't have the stuff to build another constructor. Well, we'll have to take care of that, won't we? We need screws. We need 2 reinforced iron plates. And cable. And I think I have enough cable. Okay. Okay, so now let's build our constructor. I guess we had enough to build a constructor because we hadn't built the other one yet. Will our belts connect there? This is why they really recommend you build foundations. Things go much easier with foundations. And then we will build our storage container. And we will move that there. And see if our belt will connect. So this is going to be iron. This is going to be plates. Now we need to get power. So we need to build another power thing for this chain, which is our last power connection there. Now we can go ahead and grab everything out of here and move it over to here. And let's go ahead and, before you get full, let's throw a bunch of iron ore in there so we don't have to manually do it. And then let's throw you guys in there. Okay, that frees up some more room for us. Oh, I should sort. Makes things easier. And if you hold down Control, left click, it moves all of that type of material. Because you're going to be doing, early on, you're going to be doing a lot of manual stuff. Okay. Okay, you're good. So we can go ahead and get rid of this. And then we can build our second processing unit here. And one constructor. Did we get that anywhere near? No. I should have known because I didn't get the green line. There's the green line. And let's get power for this. And then we can build our container. Containers. Oh, we need iron plates. Surprise, surprise. Did we not set you? We may not have set you. We didn't set you. Okay, that should be roughly where we want stuff. That works. And there we go. So we got that going. Let's go kick off another research. I think we're going to skip again and we're going to kick off our refined power, which is just plates and rods. We're going to need light soon. See what I mean about it getting dark at night? And all this stuff is temporary because at some point we'll be ripping it all out. Building nice foundations and doing everything there. And I'll probably do a bunch, since you've seen the basic automation setups, I will probably do a bunch of them other places. But I want to show you how I'm going to do that, which means I need this, refined power. Well, it looks like I need more plates. Fortunately, I know someone who can hook me up with those. Okay, more plates. And launch. Okay, and I'll show you why we wanted to build that. This is from a mod. So let's go ahead and build you there and another power pole up here. It will give you a warning if you build it too far, but it won't do it red like you would think it does. So we'll put it right there. And then we are going to build a wind turbine. Now these things work fine until you start scaling up a bunch, and I'll show you why in a second here. Let's get it connected. And if we look here now, we will see that we have the capacity of 50 and we're generating 25 right now. Because the biogen, they throttle back to save fuel. So these produce 10 power, though the higher up you get, the more to a max of 30. I've never got them up high enough to do more than 10. The other issue with them, you can't just spam a bunch of them close together. They have to have a fair distance apart, or what happens, say one's too close to here, then they're both halved. So for mass power, they are not good because you have to spread them out so far. But for early game, to save you have to go getting biofuel all the time, they're great for that. And one of these generates enough power to basically run. Oh, look, it's landing. We caught it just in time. Generates enough power to basically run one of these in normal mode, which takes 5. Well, right now it's taking 4. That's weird. They normally take 5. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong machine. Those take 4. These take 5, which means basically you have one of these will run your smelter and your miner, but not also your other machine, because that takes 4. So I think we're at a good wrapping up point for the episode. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine, but please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.